Joe Biden gave Donald Trump a gift that just may make President Trump the most consequential president ever. Let's talk about it.
Let's get ready to rumble! You can't handle the truth.
Hi, I'm Pastor Marty. Welcome to the Afternoon Drive. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. And once you are, smack the bell, click the word all. That will give you notification of my rants, my ravings, my undeniably flawless reasonings. Please like and share this video. It's the only way that we can get the word out that we're here. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of the Afternoon Drive. As much as it absolutely incensed us on the right and part of MAGA, that one of the last things that Joe Biden did on his way out the door were those pardons. That he pardoned the J6 committee, he pardoned all of the witnesses, that he pardoned Anthony Fauci, that he pardoned not only his son, but his entire family. And there was that part of us that's like, wait a minute. These people keep doing these things. They're never held into account, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But Joe Biden giving those preemptive pardons may just absolutely be the greatest gift that he's given Donald Trump. Because what it does now, it allows Donald Trump to focus 100% on delivering to the American people that secure border, a rockin' economy, and American leadership, and, if you'll let me say it this way, domination on the world stage. Look at how Donald Trump handled the president of Colombia on Sunday while he was playing golf, and he gets word that the Colombian president will not allow the planes to land in Colombia with their citizens that were here illegally. And Trump was giving them back, and the president of Colombia said nope. And then Donald Trump, while he's playing golf, says, okay, we're going to hit him with a 25% tariff. If within a week they haven't relinquished and allowed these people to come back, we'll hit them with a 50% tariff on everything that they export into the United States. And by the way, we'll make sure that we also tariff the people that are allied with Colombia in this. We will revoke their diplomatic visas. We will freeze their bank accounts and their assets here in the United States, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And before he had finished his 18 holes of golf, the president of Colombia had a come-to-Jesus moment, and Shazam Batman, the flights were back on, and these Colombian illegals are being returned to whence they came from. Even Stephen A. said, yeah, that's America. That's how America's supposed to look on the world stage, and he's absolutely right. And see, by Joe Biden giving out these pardons, it keeps Donald Trump from wanting to do what would be natural with any man who's been through what Donald Trump has been through, and you and I who have been through things that sense of, I want justice, I want retribution, I want something to happen. This has allowed Donald Trump to do the things that will literally make him the greatest president ever. As I watched those clowns that we call senators and congressmen on Capitol Hill yesterday literally just make fools of themselves trying to go after Robert Kennedy Jr. And they have now completely exposed the Democratic Party, and they have shown America that there really has been an ideological, philosophical, and directional flip between the two parties. That the Republican Party, the MAGA Party, is literally the party of the people, and that the Democrats are the party of the status quo, big pharma, Wall Street, and the billionaires. Because those senators were up there with the talking points and the questions written out by the big pharma lobby trying to trip up RFK, and a lot of them, because they've got the IQ of a postage stamp, didn't realize that Robert Kennedy Jr. actually is really smart. Despite what Caroline has been saying about him, what a disgusting, backstabbing individual she is. When they try to bring up, whether it was Pete Hegseth or even Robert Kennedy, his little picadillos, the American people said, we don't care. We certainly know about Donald Trump's less than moral past when it comes to relationships with females, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And before you say, see, because of President Trump has just lowered the bar for everything else, whoa, back it up. You can insert Bill Clinton's name there. Because it was the Democrats who told us of Bill Clinton, character doesn't matter. Can he do the job? Can he be the leader? And what he does in his personal life, pays no bearing here. Somebody needed to tell that to Tom Kaine when he was, or Tim Kaine rather, when he was going after Pete Hegseth and basically talking down to him about his moral life. Even Joe Biden referring to Donald Trump as having the morals of an alley cat. Yeah, this coming from a guy who showered with his teenage daughter. Yeah, okay. We won't be taking any lectures from Joe Biden on the subject of morality. And Robert Kennedy, by his own admission and testimony, has, yes, a past. He is a Kennedy. Funny we don't talk about John F. Kennedy in that same light. And, according to Secret Service and former White House staff, the guy was kind of like Bill Clinton. He basically banged anything in a dress that came anywhere near the Oval Office or, his person. But when it came to the facts, Robert Kennedy Jr. buried them and exposed them for being on the pharma take. But see, this allows Donald Trump. And by the way, if RFK getting confirmed, if he can deliver on making our food healthier, he can deliver on cutting literally the chronic disease in this country, that will literally make Donald Trump the greatest president, the most consequential president of ever. Now, as far as guys like Anthony Fauci, I know our first reaction, they're getting away with it. No, they're not. No, they're not. I mean, think about what Pete Hegseth has already done. General Miley got one of those pardons. So what has Pete Hegseth done? He's fired him. He has revoked his security detail. You don't get private security anymore. You're not serving anymore. Oh, by the way, you don't get access to any information, so your security clearance is revoked. And Pete Hegseth has actually formed a panel to see if General Miley shouldn't be demoted. Wouldn't it be great if he went back to like a major? Because that will cut into his retirement grift. You see, the pardon doesn't protect him from that. And I promise you, there will be other individuals within the Trump world. Let them deal with the Anthony Fauci's and the rest of that ilk. Liz Cheney, okay, she got this pardon, but her political career is dead. The name Cheney is a vile word now. I mean, she has literally zero future in anything. The Democrats would literally have to be the ones to give her anything because the Republicans, none of them will ever do business with a Cheney again. There's that. And again, I know some of you may not believe this, understand this, but there really is a God, and he really does deal out justice. And I say that with Anthony Fauci, but I'm telling you, Rand Paul, in his own way, will go after Anthony Fauci. And he may not be able to place him in prison, but again, it can certainly come on to the table that, okay, it is provable that he knew where the virus came from, his part in covering it up and all that he did. Again, maybe Congress puts a panel together and says, you know what? We don't think we need to fund Anthony Fauci's retirement. They have pulled away his security detail that was costing the American taxpayer $15 million a year to provide Anthony Fauci with private security. Are you kidding me? Congress can go after Big Pharma for giving profits to Anthony Fauci, payments. They can go after Big Pharma and backdoor kind of, get to Fauci by slamming down Big Pharma that way and revoking all of Anthony Fauci's names on any patents that he has ever put out there that have anything to do with, vaxes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That they can really do a number on his finances and his future well-being as far as his lifestyle. So there's a lot of things these other people can do, and it leaves Trump out of it, because had these pardons not been issued, it would have been just too much temptation, I think, for President Trump. He'd have gone after him. And the media would have hammered him night and day. And here's the thing. When we look at the Biden administration, we have two takeaways. One, they pushed a woke agenda. And Stephen A. said it the best. He said they pushed this agenda that basically, especially when it came to all the transgender stuff, he said that affects less than 1% of the population, thus basically thumbing your nose up at 99% of the population. Where the American people felt like, okay, you're working on all this woke crap, but yet I can't afford groceries, I can't buy a house, I can't afford my mortgage payments, the interest rates are killing me, I can't afford gas, what are you doing for me? The other thing that Democrats under Joe Biden had a lot of time for was for 3 years in the court systems just going after Trump. Every Democrat prosecutor in every blue state, blue city was dreaming up ways to go after Donald Trump. And again, the American people got to a level with it where they said, enough already. What are you doing for me? See, this allows Donald Trump not to do any of that hogwash, but to now do things directly for the American people. Joe Biden's pardons were actually a gift to the Trump presidency.